Welcome in Karibuni to Aroma of Zanzibar. This is our last and final collaboration for this month of Ramadan, and we bring you Eid goodies. And I've got butter cookies. Shuna's Kitchen has got Nangatai cookies, and Farhat Yami has got Ma'amul cookies. So over here, I'm going to start. Please make sure that your butter is in room temperature and it's very soft. I've got 1 cup of butter over there. I will also be using about 2 cups of all-purpose flour, as well as half a cup of icing sugar, confectionery sugar, and I'm using 1.5 tablespoons of cocoa powder, that's optional, half a teaspoon of baking powder, 3 egg yolks, and we're also going to be using vanilla sugar. If you can get hold of this, it will be perfect. It's in the form of a powder, but I like to use vanilla bean paste. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just trying to make my butter as soft as I can before I add anything to it. It's very important because the softness and lightness of your butter is what's going to determine, make how your cookie dough, thick or light. Okay, so then I add my powdered sugar, and then you're just going to mix it well until it's very nice, light and fluffy. Just like that. And then we're going to add the eggs. I'm adding my 3 egg yolks and also the vanilla paste. I'm using the vanilla bean paste, about half a teaspoon. Now, if you have, if you're going to use the liquid vanilla, then you may need to add a tablespoon or so of the flour, because that's what's going to give you the consistency. You don't want to mess up the consistency, all right? So we're just going to mix it well like that. And then over here, I've got my flour, which is 2 cups, and I'm using this type of measuring cup. And I've just divided my flour into 2. I'm using 1.5 cups into the batter, the mixture of butter and sugar. And then you're just going to mix it well. And I have half left behind. We're just going to mix it well and then divide it into 2 portions. We're going to use 1 for the chocolates. Now, if you don't want to do the chocolate, then you can continue and keep adding your flour a little bit at a time till you get the consistency that you're looking for. Okay, so I just added 1/4 cup of the flour, and you're just going to mix it well. And that's about it. This is what I'm looking for. And I ended up adding a little bit of flour, which was not necessary because my dough got a little bit hard. Now, you can use this kind of machine. I call it a cookie gun for the cookies. If not, I like to pipe it with just the nozzle. I mean, I like it this way. So we're just going to get ready to put the dough. The dough should be something lighter than what you see here. Mine is a little bit thick. All right. And then after that, this is how you're going to put your decorating tip into the piping bag. If you don't have the piping bag, you can use a Ziploc bag. That would do as well. Now, the next 2 steps is something that I messed it up. I thought I was recording, but unfortunately I was not. So please excuse me for that. And what I did was just add the cocoa powder into the dough, and I mixed it, and I put the dough into the bag there, as you can see on the right-hand side. Now I'm using a little bit batter as a glue, and I'm just going to pipe these cookies. Now, the dough is a little bit hard, so it was really, really hard for me to squeeze. And especially in the beginning also, it's a kind of, you just need it to be a little bit lighter. Okay, so I just made a circle. And then here I'm just squeezing, just making a flower shape, kind of. You see how hard it is? And then another one. And then we're going to make a rose shape. If you're using a bag like this, please make sure you use a hard one, a sturdy one, otherwise everything will just pop out. Now, towards the end, it kind of got nice and soft, so it was easy to pipe out. So this baked at 300 degrees for about 20 minutes, 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Now for the chocolates, I'm just making, I think, like a shell kind of a thing. I don't know what you call. And this is how I do it. I just squeeze and then move towards like that. And you can make them as long as you want or just short, however you like it. I'm just going to show it to you again like that. You just squeeze slowly and you move. That's about it. So now my cookies were ready. And once they're ready, you're just going to keep them in the tray for about 5 minutes until, they're nice and cool. Don't take them out. Sometimes they tend to cook further. And the chocolates are also baked well. So this is how they are. And my vanilla ones are here like this. They're very nice and soft. And you can also sandwich the vanilla and the chocolate like that and put something in between if it's jam. Now these ones, sometimes I just like to put the jam. I've got strawberry jam, but you can use anything that you want. You can use chocolate. And we're just going to sandwich them. Just like that. And if you want, you can coat them with nuts on the top. But I'll share with you how I do the ones with the nuts. Just dip it in a chocolate. I'm just using a dipping chocolate, nothing fancy. And then dip it in pistachios. You can use pistachios. You can use any type of nuts. You can use coconut. You can use sprinkles, whatever you're comfortable with. Well, thank you so much. We would like to thank you for the wonderful support you have given us for this collaboration, the month of Ramadan. And please don't forget to visit Shuna's kitchen to watch how she does her Nanga Thai cookies, and also Farhat Yami, how she does her Ma'mul cookies. So we wish you a wonderful Eid, and well, thank you. Please visit us again.